Good morning, all. Today is Friday, the 18th of December, and just wanted to make a quick video here on this new PC that I built. I know in my previous video I mentioned about getting a new PC, and I was finally able to get all the parts in, and I was able to put it together. And so the reason for that is you know, really just building on a budget and able to get the parts that you really want. So, but if you're a day trader, what do you really need as far as computing power is concerned? Certainly, you know, as far as costs, you could get up, some ridiculous amount PC that they offer out there. But for what you really need, this is what I'm going to cover today. So by the way, right now I'm running four monitors. This monitor is plugged into just one video card right now. I'm looking to get another one, hoping to split all the monitors in, maybe two monitors plugged into one video card and the other three plugged into another. But right now, I mean, from what I'm needing it for, it's definitely good. You know, it it took away the computing need out of the CPU, so that's the reason why I got a video card on this build. So anyways, I'm going to go over the parts that I selected. So for the parts, I was really looking mainly for reliability and cost. I went and selected the Intel i7 4790K processor. This thing has definitely have computing power, as you can see from the display that I have on my monitor. It's only using, I think, about 16% CPU usage, so there's plenty of room to run two platforms, so which is great. I was looking into the AMD processor, but I didn't end up going with it. I know he has a higher frequency clock, but it requires the use of cooling system, which is about another $150 or so is what I could find. And if you just base it on price, you could, it's not even comparable, for getting, spending a little bit more on the Intel chip. And this thing only dissipates about 88 watts of power. So I think the AMD 9590 dissipates, I think, 220 watts. So for me, for that small of a chip, I don't know how reliable that's going to be. So for this build, I'm certainly looking for this PC to last me a long time. So certainly I was very selective on the parts that I chose. Power supply, did not skimp out on it. I know in the future that I'm looking to maybe add some more. Actually, I'm going to add another video card, as I mentioned. I went with the 1000-watt power supply. It's gold rated, so you can certainly look into or read up more what these rating means. I'm not going to go over it on this video, but this power supply is good. It has a modular design, meaning back then, when you purchase your power supply, it has all this cables hanging around. With this power supply, you really just use the cable that you need. You just plug into the power supply, so it makes your computer looks a little cleaner on the inside, instead of having all this cable hanging around. So it makes it much cleaner. Um, so the tower, I chose the Nanoxia Deep Silence one, I believe is what it's called. It's pretty good for what I for the price, and also um, the actual design. I mean, you could actually, there's plenty of room for what I need it for. And it's ultra silent, which is what I really like. And the only thing that I didn't really like about it is I think the the fan controller that it came in with didn't really work. So I was kind of disappointed about it. When I plugged in the fans, I was hoping able to control it from the front end of the PC, but didn't quite pan out that way. So I ended up plugging all the fans in the motherboard, and I had to go under the BIOS setting to change the speed um, of the fan. So right now, I mean, it's defaulted at like slow speed. That's why it's ultra quiet. But so when I had it at full speed, now it's you can hear a little bit in there. But overall, I mean, noise doesn't really bother me. I mean, I was just happy that I was able to adjust the speed because you really want your components to be cooled. So the noise doesn't really bother me all that much, and I don't really use the sound card at all. So nothing's gonna for the certain application that I need. It's good enough. What I don't have in here listed is the our the hard drive, because the hard drive I chose a solid state hard drive. I went with Samsung, the 250 gigabytes hard drive. Um, Plenty good boot. It boots up in like 10 seconds. So to me, I'm very happy. I have this old laptop that I was using, and the boot up for that, takes quite a few. So with solid state, definitely it's probably a plus when selecting your hard drive rather than the conventional, regular hard drive that spins. So with that one, certainly when you open your platform, your trading platform, it just pops up, not even, very quickly. So that was certainly a plus for me. I've never used a solid state before because back then it was just, the price just wasn't good enough. But I was able to get that hard drive for under $80, I believe. I think it was 77.99. So I went and grabbed one, and then for this application, it certainly is. For me, it's a must now. So that's a good portion about the hard drive. So with the motherboard, I got a little help from some gaming buddies. Right now, I think these are probably one of the top of the line motherboards out there. Also did some research on this one, and I found a website out there that talks about the return rate. Um, so all these other companies are, pretty much that's how they feature reliability on their parts, based on the return rates. So between Gigabytes and MSI, Gigabyte won by few tenths of a percent. But for me, I mean, price wise, I think they're about the same, and I went ahead and got the Gigabyte one, just because at the time I think there was a deal where I purchased it from. There was if you buy the combo kit, which is the processor and the motherboard, you get like $20 off. Plus, I didn't know that the Gigabyte one at the time came with a $20 mail-in rebate, so that's another savings right there, which helped out with this build. I was able to get like $60 of rebate, so it's just a matter of game of patience there, and that's where some of your savings might come in. Pretty sure you won't get that from a vendor. You pay the price whatever they ask for, so it's not like you could negotiate it or do price comparison somewhere else. So for the video card, for what I need it for, it certainly is doing its job. With the Gigabyte GeForce GT740, this thing supports 4 inputs, as you can see from my trading platform. So all 4 monitors, it plugs into one card, which is good. And under $100, it's certainly it's certainly a price grab here. You don't need an expensive $300 video card to support all your monitors. I mean, you know, this one's $100. It's pretty good. And the only reason why I went with this is this the only one that I can find that supports the monitor that I really need. Plus, I was really looking for a monitor or the video card that is fanless. You know, a lot of the monitor, I mean, the video cards now come in with fans, you know, and I'm just not really a, I guess, I'm not really fond of, you know, cards that would fit fans in it because one of the questions I had is, you know, if the fan goes out, is there replacement parts for it? And the guy, when I asked that question, just kind of looked at me funny and he says like, well, you know, when the fan goes out, you know, then you're gonna have to buy a new video card. Well, you know, I'm not really looking to spend another $300 on a video card, so for $100, like I said, you know, this has a fan in it, but you know, I'd rather risk $100 than $300 for a video card. So to me, that's good enough. And like I said, you know, it supports all the monitors that I have at the moment, so which is great. Anyways, so anyhow, I think that's it for this video. If you like it, subscribe. If you have any questions, anything I can help you with, just send me an email or write a comment on this video. With this build, like I said, I was able to build it including the operating system installed and plus the cabling, just over $1,000. Now, with this comparison, I went online for all these trading computers vendors out there, and you know, they're charging about anywhere from $2,500 to $3,000 for this build, and it's ridiculous. I guess the profit that they're getting, because you know I was able to build this, you know, right at $1,000. So anyhow, so that's a lot of cost savings right there for me. Anyways, if you have any questions, just hit me up. I'm on Twitter. You can add me on there. Certainly, if there's videos you would like, you know, topics you want me to cover, that can help you out, just let me know. I'll see you on the next video.